one fall. That is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Well, the action keeps on keeping on here at Money in the Bank as Monday Night Raw's Intercontinental Championship set to be defended. And here comes the #1 contender, the defiant LA Knight, who set the groundwork for this matchup, set a target on the back of Ilja Dragunov about a month ago on Monday Night Raw when he ambushed the champion after a successful title defense against the Bruiserweight Butch. Unfortunately for LA Knight, that wasn't enough to earn himself a way to tonight. He had to outlast 7 other superstars in an Independence Day Battle Royal, eliminating Butch as well as Cedric Alexander in the final moments. And evidently LA Knight was able to punch his ticket to Money in the Bank. And even though he's a loudmouth, even though he's an egotistical son of a bitch, LA Knight at the end of the day earned his way to be here and could very well be Ilja Dragunov's toughest challenge yet for the Intercontinental Championship. But take nothing away from the champion, the invincible Ilja Dragunov, about to make his way down the aisle. A man who has held the gold since Saturday night, February the 26th at WrestleMania. He has retained and defeated Butch, Apollo Crews, Xavier Woods, Tyler Bate, Shinsuke Nakamura. Dragunov has turned away some of the very best that Monday Night Raw has to offer. And the Invincible One always looking for the next challenge. And the defiant LA Knight could very well just end up as a statistic in the championship reign of one of Monday Night Raw's hottest superstars. I'll tell you what, this is a matchup that I have very much been looking forward to in the lead up to Money in the Bank tonight. LA Knight, as we mentioned, like him or love him, or certainly hate him, a deserving challenger for Ilja Dragunov. And Dragunov, if one thing's for sure, every time he steps foot inside the square circle, you're going to get 2 things. You're going to get a banger of a matchup. You're going to get Dragunov giving it his all. And if you want to add something else on that list, as of the past couple of months, you can almost guarantee a Dragunov victory. But at the end of the day, a worthy challenger is a worthy challenger. Ilja Dragunov has turned away some of the best, has bounced back even when his back was against the wall in championship defenses. Will time write the same story? That is what we are about to find out live from the Nationwide Arena here in Columbus, Ohio. From Monday Night Raw, the Intercontinental Championship is on the line here at Money in the Bank. Let's send things down to the ring yet again for your official match introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds, LA Knight. And his opponent from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Ilja Dragunov.
Well, here we go. Ilja Dragunov set to defend the Intercontinental Championship against LA Knight. This should be an incredible matchup. Your first matchup representing Monday Night Raw, your second championship contest of the evening. Already tonight, Rhea Ripley taking down the women's Money in the Bank briefcase. Gunther retaining his United States Championship. Another hard-hitting contest on deck. The bell has sounded. We are underway with another Ilja Dragunov championship defense and immediately taking the fight to LA Knight. As we mentioned, Knight ambushing Dragunov several weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, and you know the Invincible One has not forgotten. I'm sure Ilja Dragunov was almost smiling ear to ear when LA Knight did overcome 7 other men in that battle royal. Because not only did he guarantee himself a challenge, which Ilja Dragunov always loves, but he guaranteed himself a shot to get some payback on LA Knight for that attack. LA Knight. Nice shot to Ilja Dragunov there. It's one thing to take Dragunov down. It's another thing to keep him there, however. That is something we have seen firsthand over the last several months. As we mentioned, Dragunov has turned away some of the best. Butch on now 1 but 2 occasions. Tyler Bate, Apollo Crews, Xavier Woods in an awesome matchup a few months ago on Raw. Shinsuke Nakamura back at Backlash. Remember, Dragunov even defeated the New Day's Big E to originally qualify to challenge for the Intercontinental Championship back at WrestleMania. Dragunov has beaten the best, he has fought the best, and LA Knight looking to overcome a man who is quite possibly invincible in every sense of the word. LA Knight, no slash inside the ring either. Remember, not only has he won that Battle Royal a week prior to that, picked up the victory against Rob Van Dam on Monday Night Raw. Now LA Knight finds himself in a championship opportunity tonight. Pinfall by Dragunov. I think Dragunov knew he wasn't going to defeat LA Knight there. I'm just trying to get into the psyche of the challenger. Dragunov not afraid to play a couple of mind games when he deems necessary. They had turned his back on the wrong superstar, though. And speaking of superstar, the megastar cradles up Dragunov, and he almost had him. 2 count. 1 second away from a new Intercontinental Champion and a takedown by LA Knight. You know, whether you like LA Knight, you hate LA Knight, you love LA Knight, you certainly can't deny the popularity of the Defiant Knight. And I'm sure a lot of fans here in Columbus, Ohio, and watching around the world would love to see this loudmouth wrap a championship around his waist. He might not care what the people think, but the people got something to say about LA Knight. You gotta watch your showboating against a lariat that he can hurt around the world. One that Stan Hansen would be proud of. Not enough to keep LA Knight down and out for the 3 count, but my goodness, what a shot. Shout out to Stan Hansen, shout out to Bradshaw on that one. Ilja Dragunov sending LA Knight's head off his shoulders into the 5th row of Nationwide Arena. Knight, however, lucky to be counting his stars right now. Sending Dragunov out of the ring. Thought he might have been going for the breather in there. Instead, taking the outside. Maybe trying to play some mind games of his own on Ilja Dragunov, which may not be the worst strategy against a man who has turned away such incredible challenges. LA Knight, I'm sure, he knows what Ilja Dragunov is capable of. He knows what it's going to take to defeat the champion here tonight. He knows he's going to have to bring a different game than everybody else has. And whose game is it? It's LA Knight's game, as he's showing right now. Down and out on the outside. Well, tried to follow it up, but Ilja Dragunov now. Oh my goodness, power bomb, oh man! Took out the barricade. LA Knight, you want an emphatic force off that power bomb. Taking out the barricade off the crash landing. We got a Pier 6 brawl in Nationwide Arena between Dragunov and Knight. Things are personal here tonight. It ain't just about the Intercontinental Championship. Dragunov does not take well to disrespect, and that is how he feels about LA Knight. He feels he disrespected him on that attack a few weeks ago. Dragunov's out for retribution tonight. Chaotic matchup right now on hand for the Intercontinental Championship as LA Knight trying to fight his way out between a rock and a hard place. Dragunov back inside the squared circle. LA Knight on his tail, however. Back at a stalemate inside the ring. LA Knight throwing a couple live rounds against one of the hardest hitters in World Wrestling Entertainment, but take nothing away. Could have been a knockout blow by Knight. Not just yet. LA Knight, I don't know how he's still moving right now. That powerbomb sent LA Knight right through. You see the barricade imploding at ringside. A clear-cut view into the WWE Universe here in Columbus. And LA Knight still fighting. Take nothing away from LA Knight, an incredible talent who has worked long and hard to get to this opportunity tonight. We're looking to make the most of it. Wow, what an elbow drop off the top. Right to the heart of the champion, but the champion's still fighting. Defiant Knight got some height right there. Quite possibly could have grabbed the Money in the Bank briefcase hanging above the ring with that kind of height. Dragunov getting to his feet and LA Knight allowing it, picking his spot. And you see LA Knight almost slowing down the pace after a little bit of a faster, hard-hitting opening few moments in this matchup. LA Knight wants to wrestle his style of matches, not want to meet Dragunov And a matchup that fits the Invincible style. Does not want to be playing the defense game against the champion. LA Knight needs to be on offense. He's able to avoid the kick there, but a simple yet effective takedown by Ilja Dragunov. Oh, wait a minute. Nice counter by Knight, trying to steal the victory, but Dragunov saved by the ropes. LA Knight not watching his ring awareness there. A rookie mistake by a veteran of the ring. Dragunov is hurt. And LA Knight is looking to inflict some more punishment. To the cover again and only a 1 count. That's the thing about Ilja Dragunov throughout his Intercontinental Championship reign. When you think he's down and out, when you think he's moments away from losing his Intercontinental gold, a certain fire gets lit in the heart of Dragunov and he comes back almost in blades of glory to retain the championship. LA Knight's got to realize that he's in there with somebody who's got a second and third gear and at any moment can flip that switch. Oh, the discus chop takes LA Knight off his feet. Goes for the senton and nobody home. Dragunov trying to build some momentum, but LA Knight not going to allow it, and down he goes again. LA Knight changing the tides of momentum in this match and not allowing Ilja Dragunov to change him back. To the top buckle we go. LA Knight's wheels are spinning, and I think he's looking to bring Ilja Dragunov for a little bit of a ride. Superplex. A crash landing dead center of the ring. Columbus, Ohio, loving what they see, but will they love a new champion? But Dragunov not going to give it to him just yet. Only a count of 2. Ilja Dragunov still fighting. This is a man who took down Gunther's 870-day reign for the for the NXT United Kingdom Championship several years ago. Ilja Dragunov coming up to the main roster last fall and has made an impact ever since. There's a reason he is going on several months as the Intercontinental Champion. One of the best Monday Night Raw has to offer is the man in the black and the red. But the man in the green looking to spell money tonight. Another cover by Knight. Almost had him again. How many close calls are we going to see out of LA Knight tonight? I think LA Knight realizes that he cannot allow Dragunov to find any glimmer of hope in this matchup. No window for opportunity to change momentum. Can LA Knight allow? And down goes Dragunov off the burning hammer. And that may do it. I think we got a new Intercontinental Champion. Not just yet again. Ilja Dragunov kicks out and LA Knight's starting to come unglued. In disbelief at the man that he is in the ring with. It's been well documented, even here tonight, LA Knight, no ordinary competitor, no mortal man, invincible in every sense of the word. LA Knight is still trying to throw any shot he can, any left, any right. Open hand, closed fist, whatever works, with Dragunov doing the same. Off the reversal, and a bare knee, right to the solar plexus of LA Knight. This is what we are talking about, the second or third gear that Ilja Dragunov has got in that tank that LA Knight cannot allow the Invincible One to kick into. Dragunov starting to go to that place where he picks apart his opponent with every live round he can imagine. Open shots and follows it up with a forearm. In the corner and a corkscrew, manhandling LA Knight down to the canvas. Dragunov dictating the pace at this very moment. And into the cover to retain the title. And LA Knight kicks out, but a close call for Ilja Dragunov. LA Knight's down. Dragunov out of nowhere! Torpedo! And I think you can count to 20 on that one. Not just yet, as LA Knight gets the shoulder up, and how close was that? Ilja Dragunov not participating in the build-up tonight. Went right for the kill. Hit the torpedo headbutt, and somehow LA Knight still has got life left in him. Able to shake the cobwebs loose, and is back inside of this matchup. We said this one was going to get personal for the Intercontinental Championship, and we are witnessing a fight of all fights right now. Dragunov went for the kill to no avail. Now LA Knight back in control of this matchup, at least for a moment. He could be going for a second burning hammer if he hits this. Oh, wait a minute. Instead goes for the swinging neck breaker. Oh, smart by Dragunov. Smart by Dragunov. Rolling underneath the ropes to try to at least change the momentum. But LA Knight, down goes Dragunov. Down he goes. BFT. And we almost had a new champion, but a kick out by the Invincible One. The blunt force trauma by LA Knight. Not enough to win the Intercontinental title. Could be going for it again, but Dragunov off the reversal. And now Ilja Dragunov coming unglued with the power bomb. Man, here we freaking go for the Intercontinental title. Back and forth, the pendulum of momentum swings as LA Knight with Dragunov on his shoulders again, going for another neck breaker. At some point, it becomes a test of endurance. Who's got enough intestinal fortitude to outlast the other and survive and become the Intercontinental Champion? Will it be the Megastar, or will the championship remain with the Invincible One who sends LA Knight for a ride? To the outside, the Defiant Knight goes, and Ilja Dragunov is heading somewhere where we don't see him too often. Understands he's got to think outside the box tonight. A crossbody from the heavens by the champion. You know, Dragunov realizes that he is in the ring with a true challenge when he heads to the top rope. Not something we see out of Dragunov's arsenal too often. And LA Knight trying to flip the switch on Dragunov, sending him into the steel steps. Right by that shattered barricade. These two men busted wide open earlier on in this matchup. LA Knight, of course, cannot win the title via countout, but he can certainly do some damage on the outskirts of the ring. Back inside the ring goes Knight. Is he gonna follow Dragunov out there? No, I think he sees Dragunov is on his feet. Gonna take a couple extra moments of rest. You gotta like that strategy by Knight. Taking Dragunov down, and Ilja Dragunov is in trouble right now. Oh, wait a minute. On the shoulders again, and another burning hammer! The Invincible One may have met his kryptonite. Dragunov is down with only a pulse, but Ilja Dragunov could be meeting his doomsday as LA Knight with a second BFT into the cover. We have a new Intercontinental Champion, and his name is LA Knight. What an incredible Intercontinental Championship reign of Ilja Dragunov from WrestleMania to Money in the Bank comes to an end on July the 16th as LA Knight was the kryptonite to the Invincible One.
Here's your winner and new WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
LA Knight set his target a number of weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. He called his shot and he made the most of it. And tonight, here at the Nationwide Arena, we are leaving Columbus, Ohio with a brand new Intercontinental Champion, and his name is LA Knight. When the tension rises and the war on the battlefield begins, there is only one thing for these superstars to do: survive! Coming your way on Saturday night, November 16th, for the Kia Center in Orlando, Florida. Witness the 2024 edition of the Fall Classic as the superstars of Raw and SmackDown, along with Noah Nation Gaming channel memberships, proudly present Survivor Series. It's going to be a great night of action here in the Civic Center in Mobile, Alabama, and we are kicking things off hot with a Money in the Bank rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. The former champion, the invincible Ilja Dragunov, was knocked off the top of the food chain back in Columbus, Ohio on the 16th of July by none other than LA Knight. We already saw LA Knight successfully in action since then, defeating Rick Boogs last week on Raw, but Dragunov has sat back and prepared for this main event, for this rematch over the last number of weeks. Dragunov held that Intercontinental Championship since WrestleMania Saturday, turned away the lights of Tyler Bate, Shinsuke Nakamura, Apollo Crews, Xavier Woods, the list goes on. But Dragunov unfortunately meant his match at Money in the Bank, and we have ourselves a new Intercontinental Champion in LA Knight. But is that championship reign about to come to a short end this evening? Dragunov chomping at the bit to get back the gold he lost just a few weeks ago, and it could be a short run in the sun for the defiant loudmouth known as LA Knight. It's going to be a huge night with SummerSlam implications written all over it here at the Civic Center in Alabama. And what bigger way to kick things off than with a main event-like matchup between Ilja Dragunov and LA Knight for the Intercontinental Championship. I want to thank you for joining us here on Monday Night Raw, and of course SummerSlam is coming your way Sunday night, August the 20th. We'll be live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It is the biggest party yet. So much happening SummerSlam week, which we will discuss throughout the evening. But do not miss SummerSlam coming your way from Levi Stadium in San Francisco, California. But before we get to the biggest party of the summer, the Intercontinental Championship kicked things off. And here comes the new champion himself, LA Knight. You know, you may not like the attitude of LA Knight, but you certainly can't knock the results from bell to bell. At the end of the day, LA Knight took the fight to one of the toughest SOBs in the Monday Night Raw locker room. And LA Knight walked away from Money in the Bank holding the championship gold that Dragunov held so proudly. We mentioned just some of the names that Ilja Dragunov successfully defended that championship against. LA Knight now walks into his first championship defense here tonight against a man who is no doubt a tough challenge back at the Money in the Bank live premiere event. Could very well be the first and only defense in LA Knight's Intercontinental Championship reign. Still to come tonight on Raw, we're going to decide the number one contender for the Women's Championship at SummerSlam in a triple threat main event for the prestigious Intercontinental Championship. A main event to kick things off here at the Civic Center. Let's send things down to the ring for your official match introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, Ilja Dragunov. And his opponent from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
The stage is set for your opening contest live from the Mobile Civic Center, Alabama, red hot tonight in the midst of this summer attraction on Monday Night Raw. Ilja Dragunov looking to become a two-time Intercontinental Champion against the reigning defending champion who knocked him off the top of the pedestal, LA Knight. Big-time matchup with big-time implications. The winner of this matchup will defend the championship, from what I've been told, at the SummerSlam live premiere event in just a couple of weeks. So here we go, kicking things off hot. Dragunov out of the gate, storming LA Knight. And you remember, not only did Dragunov lose the Intercontinental Championship to LA Knight, but there was some bad blood going into that matchup as well, as LA Knight really threw down the gauntlet last month on Monday Night Raw with an ambush on Dragunov. That's what started this whole situation over the Intercontinental title. LA Knight and Ilja Dragunov both looking to finish this situation here tonight on Raw. Only one man can leave with that Intercontinental Championship. And LA Knight, you got to give him credit. The only man to defeat Ilja Dragunov, and really a rare loss. Dragunov does not have many L's in his main roster career since debuting last August here on Monday Night Raw. LA Knight, one of the few men that has been able to defeat Dragunov, and quite frankly, Dragunov has been at his best throughout 2023. Defeating Butch at WrestleMania to become the Intercontinental Champion. Went through Shinsuke Nakamura, Apollo Crews, Butch again in a WrestleMania rematch, Tyler Bate, Xavier Woods, Dragunov turned away some of the best of them here on Monday Night Raw. But at the end of the day, LA Knight had the right recipe to keep down Dragunov at Money in the Bank. Can Lightning strike twice tonight? That is the question we are hoping to find an answer to. LA Knight looking hot right now. Alabama, bit of a mixed feeling for the defiant Intercontinental Champion, but right now he's putting some work on the challenger. Gotta wonder the mindset of Ilja Dragunov tonight. First time he has been a challenger since WrestleMania Saturday. And of course he won that matchup, and maybe Ilja Dragunov possibly was just getting a little too comfortable at the top of that mountain on Monday Night Raw. Defeated so many challengers, and maybe LA Knight just caught Dragunov on an off night at Money in the Bank. Maybe fighting from underneath and being the underdog yet again is what Ilja Dragunov needed to light a fire underneath of him. We'll find out if that's what Ilja Dragunov needed to get the tank going here tonight, or is LA Knight truly just got Ilja Dragunov's number. This matchup spilled to the outside. And you saw how things played out at Money in the Bank. Ilja Dragunov powerbombing LA Knight through the barricade at ringside. It really played into some of that bad blood we were discussing from the champion and the challenger. A nice counter by Dragunov, taking champion off his feet. These are gonna get ugly if this continues at ringside, especially with the motivation behind Ilja Dragunov tonight to get back the championship he lost just a few weeks ago. LA Knight playing chase right now, and of course LA Knight with the champion's advantage tonight does not have to pin or submit Ilja Dragunov to leave Alabama as the Intercontinental Champion. Could easily elect for a count out, or somehow he was able to get a disqualification in this matchup. It all remains to be seen. Again, whether you like LA Knight or not, he had what it takes to get the job done at Money in the Bank. He can have what it takes to do it again tonight, but right now Dragunov will to make sure that is not going to be the case with the knee off the middle buckle. And a close call for LA Knight. I want to thank you for joining us just a few weeks out from Sunday night, August the 20th. SummerSlam is fastly approaching. Cannot wait to get to Levi Stadium. Later tonight in your main event, we're going to decide who fights Shayna Baszler for the Women's Championship at SummerSlam. And that triple threat matchup between Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, and Asuka. Cannot wait to see who's going to be getting their hand raised high later this evening, and can't wait to see who's going to be leaving as the Intercontinental Champion. A couple of close calls there for Ilja Dragunov, not able to get the victory, but certainly doing some damage. Oh, there's a counter by LA Knight, but here comes Dragunov off the springboard. So many different lariat variations in the arsenal of the Invincible One. It is one of the things that makes him so dangerous from bell to bell, and what a high knee, taking the champion off his feet, and that may do it. A knockout blow. And only a 1 count again. LA Knight is showing his intestinal fortitude tonight, but so is the challenger. More hungry, more motivated than possibly ever is Ilja Dragunov. LA Knight now counter. Wait a minute, got him on the shoulders. Burning hammer. A signature maneuver out of the champion's arsenal, and certainly changing the tides in the matchup, and follows up with the elbow. LA Knight might have just caught Ilja Dragunov, but elects not to go for the pinfall just yet, and I gotta say it's a bit surprising. Well, he was gonna go for the surprise factor there, but looks like LA Knight could be going for that blood-forced drama, but not just yet. Of course, the move that kept down Dragunov at Money in the Bank. We got a slugfest here. These guys are throwing live rounds just as they did a few weeks ago in Columbus, Ohio. Remember, as we mentioned at the top of the road, wait a minute, pinfall here, will that do it? And a close call, 2 count there. Ilja Dragunov survives, at least for another moment. As we mentioned, from what we are being told, the winner of this matchup is set to defend the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. The challenger yet to be determined, but whoever wins this matchup with the gold will be under the spotlight of Levi Stadium in just a couple of weeks. Dragunov with a sense of urgency out of that after that onslaught by LA Knight, trying to get back into this matchup. Bringing things to the outside, or at least LA Knight's going out there to catch a breather. Dragunov got in mind. LA Knight playing cat and mouse again. And he gets hung up in the top rope. A nice counter by the challenger there, but can he take advantage? A couple of close calls in this matchup already. Dragunov going in a rare position, but he connects. Elbow drop Dragunov, digging deep down in the bag of tricks. And a 2 count there, but not enough to win the Intercontinental Championship. Dragunov trying to mix up the game plan tonight. Throw LA Knight off his game plan. Surprise him from bell to bell. And that could be the X factor in winning back the Intercontinental Championship. There's a counter by the defiant LA Knight. He's not capitalizing, and that may be a mistake. And there's the lariat. A signature out of the arsenal of the Invincible One. And another close call. How many are we gonna get before we just get the 3 count? LA Knight, a counter but not able to take advantage, took his eye off the ball, and Ilja Dragunov delivering one of the hardest hitting lariats in the business today. LA Knight kicked out, and now a bit of a fire under the champion. As things once again spilling to the outskirts of the ring. This fight has made its way numerous times already tonight. Great action to kick us off here from Mobile, Alabama on Monday Night Raw. Full steam ahead on the road to the 2023 SummerSlam. LA Knight looking to put the hurt on the challenger at ringside. He can't get the victory out there, but he can certainly do a level of damage that Dragunov may not be able to come back from. Rushing leg sweeping. Ilja Dragunov not looking so hot. Oh, wait a minute. On the outside, Dragunov on the shoulders, and down he goes with the neck breaker. And the Intercontinental Champion certainly flipping the switch in this contest. Might have saw his championship flash before his eyes after that lariat a few minutes ago, and LA Knight has kicked it into a different gear. Now the champion heading to the top rope, going for a knee of his own, but nobody home. And Dragunov delivers a knee. And that may do it. Knockout blow. LA Knight might have got caught. Not just yet. Almost getting caught off the misstep was the Intercontinental Champion, but Ilja Dragunov unfortunately going to have to keep swinging for the fences in this match. Incredible contest, just as it was at Money in the Bank a few weeks ago, picking up right where we left off in Columbus, Ohio. This bad blood over the last month between Dragunov and Knight looking to be settled, as there's a counter by LA Knight. He's got Dragunov on his shoulders, air raid crash, and down goes the challenger into the cover. And LA Knight got him. LA Knight got the victory. Well, Dragunov, you saw, was starting to build some steam yet again. But just the right counter at the right time with the right delivery spells the end of Dragunov's hopes to winning back the Intercontinental Championship tonight on Raw.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
Well, Ilja Dragunov, nothing to be ashamed of, will certainly live to fight another day, but as for LA Knight, prepare for the most exciting 10 minutes, a fast-paced 600 seconds, and all the action you can handle. Coming your way exclusively each and every Wednesday, only on the Noah Nation Gaming TikTok. The superstars of Raw and SmackDown race to the finish line on velocity. Competition at an all-time high that you won't see anywhere else. Scan the QR code, follow on TikTok, and don't miss a second of velocity.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
But it is time to determine the Intercontinental Champion, and here comes a man who knows all about the Cruiserweight Classic Tournament. It's where his WWE career kicked off back in 2016, and Cedric Alexander knows that division very well. A former Cruiserweight champion, a former World Tag Team champion. But tonight, the biggest opportunity of Cedric Alexander's career. He has been climbing the ranks of Monday Night Raw all year long. He has took on some of the best of them, from Randy Orton to Rob Van Dam. He has defeated some of the best of them. Carmelo Hayes to qualify for this matchup tonight. A big upset against Kevin Owens a number of weeks ago. We have seen the rise, the fall, and the rise again of Cedric Alexander. And tonight, The biggest opportunity of his career, the opportunity that he's been waiting for all year long. But here comes the defiant LA Knight, the Intercontinental Champion who 5 weeks ago at Money in the Bank dethroned the invincible Ilja Dragunov to win the gold. LA Knight has already retained the championship that is around his waist in a Money in the Bank rematch against Dragunov a number of weeks ago on Raw. But now LA Knight pushes forward and looks ahead to this task tonight. Cedric Alexander, no doubt, a deserving challenger for the Intercontinental Championship. And whether you like LA Knight's egotistical attitude or not, the loudmouth himself, there is no knocking his efforts inside of the squared circle. He has produced results all summer long, but the question remains, will LA Knight continue to produce said results here tonight at SummerSlam, or is tonight the night that we enter an age of Alexander on Monday Night Raw? The first championship of 6 set to be decided here at the biggest party of the summer. Levi Stadium already rocking. Let's send things down to the ring for your official match introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds, Cedric Alexander. And his opponent from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
Here we go, the stage is set. Levi Stadium, San Francisco, California, for the first of 6 championships set to be decided. LA Knight defends the prestigious Intercontinental Gold against Cedric Alexander. Last year at SummerSlam, that very Intercontinental Championship changed hands when Butch became the Intercontinental Champ for the very first time of his 2 reigns in his career, defeating Drew McIntyre and Sheamus in a triple threat match. Will we see a new champion here tonight in Levi Stadium? Cedric Alexander been waiting for this opportunity, scratching and clawing, climbing the ranks of Monday Night Raw, and looking to make the most of it here tonight. Alexander, nice takedown, neck breaker on the follow-up to LA Knight. Throughout the summer, LA Knight has earned not 1 but 2 victories over Ilja Dragunov, as we mentioned, with the gold on the line. We've also seen him defeat the likes of Rick Boogs, Rob Van Dam, just some of the names that LA Knight has picked up some W's against throughout June and July and into August on Monday Night Raw. But does he have it in him to keep down Cedric Alexander tonight? Alexander has been red hot. We talked about the upset victory against Kevin Owens 5 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, a victory against The Miz as well. And just 2 weeks ago on the Red Brand, becoming the #1 contender, defeating Carmelo Hayes. One of the big questions all week long the WWE Universe has been speculating on is, will Cedric Alexander's loss, however, this past Monday night play in to the result here this evening? Wait a minute, we'll talk more about that in a second. LA Knight getting sent to the outside very strategically by Alexander. And Cedric's got something in mind. Wheels are spinning through the sky. Tope Suicida, and LA Knight gets sent, rammed right into the barricade. Alexander came to play tonight. He has read over the game book time and time again. Now it's time to execute. LA Knight's got to avoid said maneuvers, but Alexander is all over the champion. Alexander bringing the fight back inside the squared circle. As we were about to mention a moment ago, you remember this past Monday night in Las Vegas on Raw, Cedric Alexander alongside the man he was once tag team champions with in Shelton Benjamin, taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in that tag team matchup. Wait a minute, LA Knight going to steal the victory here. Only a 1 count. LA Knight, I don't know if he knew, or at least thought he was going to get the victory there, or was just trying to get Alexander off his back for a moment. Nonetheless, this past Monday night on Raw, Sami Zayn pinning Cedric Alexander in the midst of that tag team matchup. And people have been speculating all week long that that may play into the psyche of Alexander. But so far, I don't know if that's really bothering Cedric Alexander, as he's been all over the champion, but finally LA Knight slows down the challenger, at least for a moment. Cedric Alexander looks pretty focused in my eyes, but will he be able to outlast the champion from bell to bell? LA Knight just trying to slow down Alexander, similar to what we saw in our opening contest. Alexander fired up, coming out off the bell in this matchup. And the champion LA Knight just trying to control the pace with the challenger. Neck breaker, and down goes Alexander. To retain the championship here, Alexander saw that from a mile away. Foot underneath the bottom ropes. LA Knight's got to re-strategize. Off the middle buckle and dropping the axe hammer. We've seen the rise of LA Knight as well over the last couple of months on Raw. Remember, he was drafted to SmackDown back in November, had a bit of a rocky start here on the main roster, suffered some big-time losses to the defiant LA Knight. But ever since he got drafted to Raw back in March, we have seen Knight really take the red brand by storm. Owns victories over Shinsuke Nakamura, Ilja Dragunov, as we mentioned, Mr. Monday Night, Rob Van Dam. And you remember back when LA Knight originally won the #1 contendership for the Intercontinental Title, was back on July the 3rd, 8-man Battle Royal on Monday Night Raw. The last man eliminated in that matchup was Cedric Alexander by the hands of LA Knight. So a little bit of history between these two men. LA Knight certainly capitalized on that opportunity, won the gold at Money in the Bank. And can Cedric Alexander capitalize on the opportunity that he earned against Carmelo Hayes a number of weeks ago? LA Knight right now just picking apart the challenger shot for shot. Now climbing the middle buckle again, this time awaiting Alexander to get to the soles of his boots and dropping the axe hammer. Nothing pretty, but certainly effective by the champion. Only a 1 count there. LA Knight's gonna have to push forward and throw some heavy shots at Cedric Alexander to keep this fired up challenger down tonight. I think it's important for LA Knight as well to really take the wind out of the sails of not just Cedric Alexander, but the crowd here tonight at San Francisco. Jam-packed Levi Stadium behind Cedric Alexander. If he grounds Alexander, he doesn't have to worry about this audience rallying behind him, but Cedric Alexander with other plans off the springboard. LA Knight on spaghetti legs, and he gets caught. Spanish fly. Alexander not going for the cover just yet. He knows the wars LA Knight was in with Ilja Dragunov. Told the story of the champion. And he knows the toughness and the resilience. Trying to keep the champion down for good. Now into the cover. And he got the 2. But not enough to keep LA Knight down just yet. Close call. Almost had a new Intercontinental Champion here at SummerSlam. Now Cedric going behind. Could have been going for the lumbar check. LA Knight, however, wait a minute, schoolboy. Hey, referee, you might have a handful of tights. Well, either way, Alexander able to pop the shoulders off the canvas, at least for a moment. And now LA Knight going for that burning hammer. And face first goes Alexander. And Alexander kicks out. A close call for the challenger there. Almost seeing the opportunity go up in smoke. Cedric trying to get fired up again. Now LA Knight, I should say not show LA Knight the fatigue, the tiredness starting to set in as we get into some later rounds in this match. Knight trying to slow down Alexander. You see in a snap of the fingers, Alexander was able to rev up the pace. Ever since that springboard, Cedric was in control, and now LA Knight looking to take matters into his own hands. Off the top. Could have been going for the superplex, but Cedric Alexander avoids it. From the top, dropping the elbow. Cover to become the new champion. Oh, and another close call. LA Knight gets the shoulder up. Cedric Alexander half a second away from winning the Intercontinental Championship. Looked like he was going for the Spanish fly again, but the defiant champion had it scouted. Great contest here between these two Monday Night Raw superstars in White and Levi Stadium. LA Knight going behind, just disrespecting the challenger, getting to the psyche of Cedric Alexander. Now stacking him up dead center of the ring. Goes for the knee again. Nothing too pretty about LA Knight's offense tonight. He's keeping it simple, he's keeping it effective, and he's got Cedric Alexander on the run. Dropping the axe hammer again in this matchup. When you're hitting the right spot with those open palms, it's enough to knock out the opponent. I guarantee it. Cedric getting sent into the ring by hands of the Defiant Champion. And LA Knight taking his time right now. We're going to make a statement to the Monday Night Raw locker room on Cedric's behalf. But Alexander, however, don't disrespect a man who has worked this hard for his opportunity. Into the ropes. LA Knight misses and he goes down. Cedric Alexander has got the opportunity in the palm of his hands. Oh, but another counter by the Intercontinental Champion. Now Cedric again going to the outside, trying to catch a breather, trying to slow down this matchup. LA Knight, I think, is shook right now as Cedric Alexander is starting to rally San Francisco, California behind the challenger. LA Knight taking a moment, but he better turn around because the challenger's on his tail. Alexander might have caught some of the referee by accident there. Referee better shake off the cobwebs. Cedric going for the cover. Oh, referee's definitely a little shooken up. Into the cover. LA Knight got the shoulder up, at least for the moment. Wait a minute. BFT! Blood Force Trauma. LA Knight with Cedric Alexander. Seeing stars. And that'll do it. LA Knight knocks out the challenger just long enough to retain the Intercontinental Championship. A great effort, but not enough for LA Knight.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
Cedric Alexander gave it his all, but tonight, LA Knight is leaving the victor. And still, the Intercontinental Champion, and dare I say one of the faces of Monday Night Raw. Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry into monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain with behind-the-scenes updates, exclusive content to see how Universe Mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass channel member, and get your front row seat to more Universe than ever before. It is time to continue with the Unforgiven event here in Chicago, Illinois, as the Intercontinental Championship is on the line.
The following contest is a triple threat match. That is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Introducing the challenger from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds. Cedric Alexander.
Well, this is Cedric Alexander's second opportunity at the Intercontinental Gold. Came up just a little bit short at SummerSlam. It was an incredible performance by Cedric, but in the end, a BFT and a 1-2-3 by LA Knight secured him the victory and retained his Intercontinental Championship. With an X Factor and Sami Zayn in this matchup, what will be the result? With two challengers and one champion in the midst of this triple threat, one fall to a finish contest here tonight in Chicago.
And introducing the challenger from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn.
Well, Sami Zayn earned his way into an Intercontinental Championship match with a victory over Cedric Alexander just days before last month's SummerSlam. These two men went one-on-one a few weeks ago on Raw. Alexander picked up the win on that night, with both men securing victories over each other and both of them eyeing an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship. Triple threat was made. Let's see who's going to be the better man tonight. Of course, LA Knight has held the gold since July at Money in the Bank. 2 successful title reigns already. Will he make it a third? Or will Sami Zayn, the Great Liberator, or Cedric Alexander enter the Age of Alexander? 3 possible ways this matchup can go. Who is going to leave unforgiven with the Intercontinental Championship?
And introducing the champion from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
2 victories over the invincible Ilja Dragunov. 1 to win the title and 1 to retain the title. And then, as we previously mentioned, LA Knight bringing home the gold yet again last month in Levi Stadium at SummerSlam. Obviously, LA Knight not happy about having 2 challengers in a matchup where he could possibly not even be pinned to lose the Intercontinental title. But such is life, and LA Knight is going to have to put up a fight to retain his championship here tonight in Chicago. 3 great talents nonetheless, and whether I like Sami Zayn's attitude a lot of the times is another story, but certainly a deserving challenger for the defiant Intercontinental Champion. First championship of several on the line here tonight at Unforgiven. Triple threat matchup, 1 fall to a finish for that prestigious Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship of the world. 2 challengers in Cedric Alexander and Sami Zayn, and the defending champion in LA Knight, who's taken home the gold as Unforgiven rolls on. Bell has sounded, we are underway. Should be very interesting to see who's going to get the upper hand in the early moments of this matchup. Alexander obviously going to be a little fired up. Not only losing to LA Knight last month at SummerSlam, but as we mentioned previously, this past Monday Night on Raw, it was Solo Sikoa and LA Knight defeating Cedric Alexander and Tommaso Ciampa in that tag team matchup. See how that loss is going to play into the momentum of Cedric Alexander. All remains to be seen here. LA Knight obviously with the most recent winning streak of all 3 of these men. Hasn't lost a match in a few months here on Monday Night Raw. As Sami Zayn big-time sit-out powerbomb to Alexander. And normally in a singles contest, you would expect the superstar to go for a pinfall, even if it wasn't going to get the job done that early. With the 3rd X Factor in this matchup, any way you spin it, you really aren't going to get that pinfall until you eliminate both competitors. This is what makes triple threat matches such a difficult task to come. Alexander, as you saw right there, going for the pinfall, but the Intercontinental Champion on his feet and not going to allow that one. We get Monday Night Raw's best, battling it out for the title, and LA Knight sending Alexander for a ride. Usually Alexander's going to the outside by will, but that time it was by force. That was a hard fall by the Intercontinental Champion nonetheless. As LA Knight and Sami Zayn are going at it, Cedric Alexander's back inside the ring, and you notice taking his time. Not trying to run up on the action until he sees necessary. A big-time neck breaker on LA Knight. But Sami Zayn looking to take advantage of the back being turned. Sami Zayn could pin Cedric Alexander. Alexander could pin Zayn. The Intercontinental title could change hands without LA Knight, who just introduced a steel chair, not even being in the equation of this match. Anything goes in a triple threat matchup, so that steel chair that LA Knight probably planned on using. Oh, well, there he goes again. Obviously, had to break up that submission hold, but LA Knight, Sami Zayn avoids the chair and a big-time pop-up drop kick. Absolutely anything could happen in the confines of this triple threat match. All we need is a pinfall or submission to secure an Intercontinental Champion on the way out of Allstate Arena tonight. LA Knight going for another chair shot, but Alexander avoids it. LA Knight's looking to use that X Factor of this being no disqualifications to his advantage tonight, maybe to try to outweigh the fact that he's got 2 challengers. But Sami Zayn with the same plan in mind. A steel chair to the back of Alexander, and LA Knight now trying to gang up on Alexander. LA Knight and Sami Zayn, at least for a moment there, working on the same side. Strange alliances will be made in multi-man matches like this. We've seen it a million times before. And we also seen a million times before those strange alliances not really play out, as LA Knight and Sami Zayn go back to the well on each other. Not the worst strategy, I should say, though. You eliminate 1 superstar from this match, you can at least bring it to a triple threat. I should say a 1-on-1. Meanwhile, LA Knight has got another chair inside the ring. I don't know why he needs a 3rd. It's as if every man's got a chair if they want to use it at the moment. Taking advantage of the no disqualification rules to absolute full exploration. And there's the chair to Cedric Alexander. And now LA Knight looking to get the win. Sami Zayn out of the equation momentarily, but Alexander gets the shoulder up. See Sami Zayn in there trying to break up the pinfall and trying to sneak a victory over Alexander, but LA Knight, of course, not going to allow that one. As once again, he's trying to swing that steel chair. Sami Zayn avoids it. A lot to call here as Zayn now goes behind LA Knight. with the counter. A lot of action to keep up with in this triple threat matchup as it's been all weekend. First No Mercy last night in Baltimore from SmackDown. Now Monday Night Raw's Unforgiven here in Chicago. And of course, we will be back tomorrow night, as always. Monday Night Raw live from Green Bay, Wisconsin. On the road to next month's live premiere event, Clash at the Castle Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales. That was announced last night at No Mercy. Alexander, nice takedown there. And a nice drop kick to LA Knight. Alexander's been on the up and up all year long on Monday Night Raw. Really worked hard for that Intercontinental Championship opportunity. Defeated Carmelo Hayes in a number one contenders match. That is what punched his ticket to SummerSlam originally. Unfortunately unable to capitalize by keeping his name in the conversation. Has another chance at glory tonight. Will he take advantage? Will Sami Zayn or possibly LA Knight spoil that party for Alexander? Rushing leg sweep, and you notice the steel chair there on the landing, unintentional or not going to help the landing for Alexander as LA Knight now turns his attention to Sami Zayn. Trying to go back and forth may do you some dividends, but every single time you're leaving an opponent wide open to sneak up on you, as Alexander just did to the Intercontinental Champion. Off the middle rope. Nice move by Alexander. Cedric's got to take advantage of this opportunity tonight. Championship matches don't come around every day, and now back-to-back months getting a shot at the Intercontinental Gold. It's really win or go to the back of the line for Alexander tonight at Unforgiven. It might not be a bad idea, unintentional right there, but Alexander laid out LA Knight. Sami Zayn did the same. As we talked about earlier, it might not be the worst idea in the world to form a strange alliance, at least just to cut things down to a one-on-one match if possible. Well, remains to be seen. Meanwhile, LA Knight has introduced a fourth steel chair to this matchup, and it does not pay Cedric Alexander any dividends. Eliminates him from being a factor at winning this match, at least for the moment. Sami Zayn now with LA Knight in an opportune state. Has got his eyes on the chair, which LA Knight avoids. Oh, wait a minute. LA Knight with Zayn up, and Zayn down, stacking him up inside the squared circle. And Alexander back inside the ring. And LA Knight starting to roll here as the Intercontinental Champion, all in the hopes of retaining his title. Now in the fireman's carry position as LA Knight is really starting to get moving here in this triple threat matchup. He's got the challengers wary. Of course, as this matchup continues to progress, the endurance starts to play a factor. Having three superstars in the ring at one time isn't going to help your cause of winning the match, especially in deep championship rounds. LA Knight almost had Alexander there to no avail. Sami Zayn breaking the back of the Intercontinental Champion. Hard shot there. Oh, wait a minute, LA Knight. Oh wait, Alexander's out of the equation. LA Knight with the burning hammer on the steel chair to Sami Zayn, and that may do it. Not just yet as Sami Zayn, a very unenthusiastic kick out, but got the shoulder up nonetheless. Oh, and Alexander dropping an elbow on Zayn just for good measures. And LA Knight with a chair. These two men beating up Sami Zayn, possibly trying to eliminate him from this matchup, but Alexander coming from behind. Wait a minute, BFT on Cedric Alexander. Sami Zayn going for the Blue Thunder. LA Knight reverses. Down goes Sami Zayn. Zayn rolling to the outside. Cedric Alexander laid out with the BFT and a chair shot for good measures. Knight into the cover. And is that going to do it? LA Knight, when there's a will, there's a way. And the defiant LA Knight finds a way to retain his Intercontinental Championship. Well, LA Knight the first to use the rules to his advantage, introducing those steel chairs and the BFT to Alexander. With a little salt in the wounds with that chair shot, enough to get the 3 count and retain his coveted gold.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion,
Well, you got a feel for Cedric Alexander. You don't know when the next time his championship opportunity is going to come around. Back-to-back losses for the young man. But nonetheless, LA Knight makes a great case yet again tonight to be one of the prominent faces on Monday Night Raw. Another Intercontinental Championship defense in the books, and the gold is leaving with LA Knight.
contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
The first of 6 championships to be decided here tonight at Clash at the Castle. It is from Monday Night Raw, and the Intercontinental title is on the line. And you want to talk about momentum? Look no further than the #1 contender, the challenger, the big strong boy, Tyler Bate. The first ever NXT United Kingdom champion. It's got to feel good to come back to familiar soils for Tyler Bate. And you gotta wonder if he is feeling the hometown, or at least home field advantage here tonight, in a sense, here in Cardiff, Wales. And talking about that momentum, Tyler Bate earning his #1 contendership in a 4-way elimination match a number of weeks ago on the season premiere of Monday Night Raw, eliminating all 3 other challengers, pitting them all inside the squared circle. Apollo Crews, Kofi Kingston, Shinsuke Nakamura, all defeated by that man in the purple and green, Tyler Bate. And the biggest reason that we gotta pin momentum on Tyler Bate is the fact that he owns not 1, but 2 recent victories over the WWE champion, the man who will compete in your main event, Seth freaking Rollins. One coming in a one-on-one match a few weeks ago on Raw, and then just 6 nights ago, Tyler Bate and Sheamus defeating Seth Rollins and this man in a tag team main event. Here comes the pompous, the arrogant, the loudmouth, or as he would like to say, the megastar, the Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight. LA Knight won that title back in July at Money in the Bank. He has successfully defended it over Ilja Dragunov, Cedric Alexander, and Sami Zayn last month at Unforgiven in the midst of a triple threat matchup. LA Knight now turns his attention to his newest challenger, Tyler Bate. And with the momentum that Tyler Bate has behind him, the winning streak that he has been on, is that going to be enough to take down LA Knight tonight? Will that be the kryptonite to LA Knight's Intercontinental Championship reign? That is the question that is at hand. And I can't think of a more deserving challenger to face LA Knight under these bright lights of Principality Stadium. None other than the big strong boy, Tyler Bate. It is the first of 6 championship matches here tonight at Clash at the Castle. Intercontinental Gold's on the line. Let's send things down to the ring for your official match introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Dudley, England, weighing in at 175 pounds, Tyler Bate. And his opponent from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
Well, here we go. Big fight feel, absolutely, as that Intercontinental Championship is on the line. LA Knight puts the gold up. And is he handing that gold over for the very last time? And are we looking at the new Intercontinental Champion in Tyler Bate? Should be a great matchup coming your way, courtesy of Monday Night Raw, as that championship is on the line. Bell has sounded. We are underway. LA Knight, Tyler Bate for the Intercontinental title. And right off the get-go, the big strong boy showcasing some of that strength. But Tyler Bate, one of the things that makes him so dangerous inside of the ring is his versatile offense. Obviously the strength that fits in with the nickname. But we have seen Tyler Bate take things to the air on more than one occasion. Very agile, very quick inside of that ring. As for LA Knight, there is a reason he is the Intercontinental Champion, making him by default one of the faces of Monday Night Raw. We have seen Knight go the distance with some of the best of them on Monday nights, especially those first 2 matches with Ilja Dragunov back in the summer when LA Knight won the Intercontinental title. Cannot take away the efforts of LA Knight. He has risen the ranks of Monday Night Raw, started literally from the bottom and made it to one of the top spots, throughout this year. And I don't think, regardless of Tyler Bates' momentum, his winning streak, I do not think LA Knight is looking to let up on that spot anytime soon. But you gotta believe that the Defiant Knight is a little bit worried coming into this matchup with the hot streak that Tyler Bate has been on. Wait a minute here. Tyler Bate taking LA Knight for a ride. Around and around we go. The Intercontinental Champion's cobweb's going to be a little loose after this. LA Knight's going to be seeing stars. And I'm not talking about the megastar himself. Down goes LA Knight. That's one way to take down the champion. Bate into the cover. Looking for a dazed 3 count. Could have possibly got it there. Can't knock the efforts of Tyler Bate. Champion's on the outside. Tope suicida. There's some of that high-risk offense we were referring to for Tyler Bate. Shot out like a cannon, in and out of the ring. Tyler Bate, that 4-way elimination win on the season premiere of Raw, that got him this spot here tonight. Not 1 but 2 victories, pinfall victories, over the WWE Champion Seth Rollins. Even defeated Akira Tozawa on the Cruiserweight Classic finale. Tyler Bate raising his stock week in, week out over the last month and change on Monday Night Raw. Will it lead to an Intercontinental Championship victory tonight? Wait a minute, Tyler Bate's going back to the well with what knocked LA Knight on his ass the first time. What is that, 10 times spinning around? I mean, maybe a total of 30, make it possibly 40. At this point, LA Knight's not going to know where the hell he is. Down goes the champion. Tyler Bate's even on spaghetti legs. LA Knight's just trying to get his wits about him right now. Tyler Bate's bringing some offense that I don't think the Intercontinental Champion could have possibly scouted. LA Knight has really been on the receiving end of all Tyler Bate's offense so far in this matchup. Very little offense for the Intercontinental Champion himself. Really got to get back into this here. There's a reversal by the champion. Now Tyler Bate down and out off the swinging neck breaker. And Bate's smart right there, rolling out of the ring, not allowing LA Knight to capitalize. He gets caught off the re-entry. Counter by the #1 contender. LA Knight into the ropes this time. Snap German. LA Knight getting dropped right on the back of his dome. And Bate's not done. Another German suplex into the bridge to win the title. Not just yet. LA Knight survives. Some great strength shown by the #1 contender. Of course, tonight here, Clash at the Castle, we are kicking off a 2-week international tour here in Cardiff, Wales. Tomorrow night, London, England for Monday Night Raw. Gotta believe Tyler Bate would love to walk in to truly a home field advantage back on Monday Night Raw in London, England as the Intercontinental Champion. Will he be able to do so? Or will LA Knight be taking that spotlight away from the #1 contender? Tyler Bate on the outside here. Now both men. Oh man, both men on the ring skirt. And Knight just ragdolling Tyler Bate to the outside. Hard fall there for the #1 contender. And Knight not giving Tyler Bate a chance to breathe, stacking him up on the floor of Principality Stadium. Knight realizes he's got to not just dig a little deep, but gotta throw off some offense that might take Tyler Bate off his game. But Bate picking the ankle and the reverse Boston that has won him some huge matches in the past on Monday Night Raw. But will it win him the Intercontinental Championship tonight in Cardiff? LA Knight's close to the ropes, but the pain may be too much to reach out. Oh, but Knight did his homework, picks the ankle of Tyler Bate, and drops him with the neck breaker that time. And LA Knight, proud of his own work. Hard shot to the #1 contender, burning hammer, and into the cover to retain the Intercontinental title. Not just yet, Tyler Bate's still into this. Hungry as all hell is the #1 contender. Fought with grit and glory to get this spotlighted match tonight at Clash at the Castle, not looking to see the opportunity slip through his fingers. Tyler Bate's still very young in his career. He's been in WWE for quite some time. First ever NXT United Kingdom champion. Done a lot of great things down in NXT. This is only his first, not even full year yet, on the main roster, and he's looking to cap off, closing to the end of 2023 as the Intercontinental Champion. Can he do it? LA Knight, however, who has had a huge year already, as we mentioned, rising the ranks of the Red Brand. Not looking to take a step down from the pedestal. The champion could be looking for a count-out victory, as Bate is trying to shake off the cobwebs at ringside. Here's LA Knight. Gets caught with the reversal. Wait a minute, Tyler Bate! Down goes LA Knight! The same maneuver that he used to defeat Seth Rollins on 2 occasions, but unfortunately LA Knight gets the shoulder off the canvas. Tyler Bate with that double-armed powerbomb that he has used to defeat Seth Rollins, that he used to win the #1 contendership. Unfortunately, LA Knight has got a little bit more left in the fuel tank. Oh, and Tyler Bate realizing that he's gonna have to go to the kitchen sink and pull anything out. Over the top, what a maneuver there! Tyler Bate getting innovative and follows it up with a shooting star at ringside. Cardiff, Wales is coming unglued. Tyler Bate might not have put LA Knight away with that powerbomb, but he has kept his foot firmly on the gas pedal over the top rope with an amazing corkscrew-like variation and then a shooting star at ringside, and the champion is down. Tyler Bate, oh, I think he might have been trying to pick the ankles that time. LA Knight, now BFT! Oh, that may do it. There goes the winning streak of Tyler Bate. No, Bate is still in it. Shoulder off the canvas. The match lives on. You have gotta be kidding me. Tyler Bate showcasing the intestinal fortitude and the will to win tonight. A BFT by LA Knight, the maneuver that won him the Intercontinental Championship. Not the maneuver, at least yet, that is going to retain it. Tyler Bate got the shoulder up, but is the challenger too hurt to continue? Oh, Bate with the right hand. LA Knight with the counter. Oh, wait a minute. Second blunt force trauma to Tyler Bate. Lateral press. And that'll do it. LA Knight spoils the hopes and dreams of Tyler Bate. Well, a great effort by the big strong boy. Tyler Bate gave it his all, but in the end, LA Knight just wanted it a little bit more. His Intercontinental Championship was on the line, and LA Knight was not looking to step down from the pedestal just yet.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
Tyler Bate gave it his all, but in the end of the defiant champion, LA Knight, is leaving Clash at the Castle with that prestigious Intercontinental gold. When the tension rises and the war on the battlefield begins, there is only one thing for these superstars to do: survive! Coming your way on Saturday night, November 16th, for the Kia Center in Orlando, Florida. Witness the 2024 edition of the Fall Classic as the superstars of Raw and SmackDown, along with Noah Nation Gaming channel memberships, proudly present Survivor Series.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Well, it is time to decide the Intercontinental Championship here on Raw Halloween. And here comes the challenger. And if you open up your ears, it sounds like Sami Zayn has a little bit of a return to form tonight. Maybe Kevin Owens isn't the only one not only turning over a new leaf, but ready to handle their business inside of the squared circle. Worlds apart, from the States to Dublin, Ireland, Sami Zayn is here tonight on Raw Halloween, and he's looking to leave the 3 Arena as the new Intercontinental Champion. Remember, Sami Zayn, a part of a triple threat match last month at Unforgiven with LA Knight and Cedric Alexander for the Intercontinental Championship. But Sami Zayn, not pinned in that matchup, didn't whine, didn't complain, but did bring up the point that even though LA Knight walked away from Chicago on that night still holding the gold, Sami Zayn wanted a one-on-one affair Let's see if LA Knight can get the job done when there's no distractions inside of the squared circle. And speaking of the devil, the Intercontinental Champion, the Defiant LA Knight, makes his way down the aisle of the 3 Arena. During his Intercontinental Championship reign, LA Knight has put aside Ilja Dragunov. Not once, but twice. He took down Cedric Alexander back in August at SummerSlam. As we just mentioned, back in Unforgiven in Chicago, LA Knight with the triple threat victory over Zayn and Alexander, pinning Cedric on that night. And just 8 nights ago at Clash at the Castle, LA Knight retaining that championship that is around his waist over the big strong boy Tyler Bate. But it's one-on-one tonight. Sami Zayn has been hot on the heels of LA Knight, waiting for an Intercontinental Championship match. Alongside Kevin Owens, the KO and Sami show have been building a lot of steam here on Monday Night Raw. Kevin Owens unable to capitalize in your opening bout, but maybe Sami Zayn can bring some good fortune back to that locker room. Intercontinental Gold's on the line. Let's set things down to the ring for your official match introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn! And his opponent from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight!
Well, here we go. The stage is set. 3 Arena, Dublin, Ireland, Raw Halloween. Intercontinental Championship is on the line as LA Knight possibly hands over the gold for the very last time in this championship reign. Sami Zayn has been desiring that Intercontinental Championship, but will he bring it home tonight? That is what it's all about, the gold hoisted above the ring, but we're going to need a 1, 2, or a 3 to score a finish this evening. Champion and challenger look locked and loaded, and LA Knight better be ready because Sami Zayn is certainly going to put his best foot forward. And speaking of the such, LA Knight literally putting his best foot forward right there off the bell with the big boot. Went for the pinfall, trying to get this thing done early. Sami Zayn is going to come for a fight of his life tonight. He has been waiting for this one-on-one match for several weeks against LA Knight, and last week's tag team victory alongside Kevin Owens defeating Knight and The Miz, certainly putting Zayn at the front of the line for the Intercontinental Championship. Zayn off the dropkick. Pinfall situation here. Gonna take a lot more to keep the champion down. You might not like LA Knight. Maybe a loudmouth from what we hear in the locker room. A lot of superstars rubbed the wrong way by the Defiant Knight, but at the end of the day, he has produced results, especially over the last few months. 2023 has been a coming out party for the Defiant Knight, starting his WWE main roster career on SmackDown late last year, getting drafted to Monday Night Raw just weeks after he went one-on-one with the great one, The Rock, back at WrestleMania. And ever since then, he has been climbing the ranks of the Red Brand, all the way to winning the Intercontinental Championship this past summer. Sami Zayn looking to spoil the championship desires of the Defiant Knight tonight. So far, looking good in this match. LA Knight kicks out again, and I don't think Sami Zayn is thinking he's going to get the victory here, but I think he's trying to get in the psyche of LA Knight, letting LA Knight know that Sami is on his back tonight. He better bring his A game. Sami Zayn is ready to take full advantage of this opportunity, especially any second the opportunity opens up in this match. It's a nice counter by the champion that time, but again, not taking advantage and leaving Sami Zayn wide open into the cover there. Not just yet. It's the second time already in this match that LA Knight took out Sami and did not keep the pressure on. Looking to do just that as Sami Zayn rolls to the outside, creating some distance here. But the champion on his tail and keeping it simple with a suplex, but the landing worse for wear by Sami Zayn. On the outside, not going to do the challenger any good. So get back inside the ring, but Sami Zayn has got his foot on the gas pedal tonight. Laser focused, tornado DDT, big time maneuver by Zayn. LA Knight He better have done his homework, because Sami Zayn, I'm sure, is coming into this match with an A plan, a B plan, C, all the way to Z, looking to get the Intercontinental Championship around his waist. Champion is down on the outside, looking to be on roller skates as Sami Zayn through the ropes with a tope suicida. Shot out like a cannon as Sami Zayn, the challenger, lays out the champion. LA Knight showed a few signs of life so far, but this has been all Sami Zayn for the majority of this championship match. LA Knight's got to get some offense rolling here. There you go. There's an elbow by the champion. LA Knight better not underestimate Sami Zayn. I don't believe he would, however, with that triple threat victory over Zayn and Alexander last month at Unforgiven. You gotta wonder if LA Knight believes this match is already in the books. Man, every time LA Knight tries to go for something, Sami Zayn's right there to cut off his momentum. There's our counter right there by the champion. A nice float over takeover. Into the cover. Getting the 2 count, 1 step closer that time, but the Great Liberator, as they once called him, is still in this match. Sami Zayn has held the Intercontinental Championship in the past, but he's looking to do it again here on Monday Night Raw. Can he bring home the gold? LA Knight now sat atop the ropes, not where he wants to be, especially by force of this challenger. Nice Frankensteiner. Sami Zayn leaving the champion near dead center of the canvas, and now scales the opposite end. From the heavens with a big-time splash. Will that do it? Not just yet. 1 step closer again, but it's only a 2 as LA Knight survives. Sami Zayn putting together a little bit of a combination there off the Frankensteiner and the splash from the top, but now this time elects for the crossbody to the outside of the squared circle. The champion is down. LA Knight is hurt. And Sami Zayn, 100 miles an hour right now, sits down with it in a big-time moonsault to the outside. Acai variation, and the Intercontinental Champion, dare I say, is in trouble tonight. I think it's safe to say that LA Knight may not have been tested this much in his Intercontinental Championship reign just yet. And not able to get the 3 count there. But Sami Zayn's got to believe in his heart of hearts that he is getting a little bit closer each and every pinfall. The championship may be nearing a new holder tonight. LA Knight, now or never, desperation counter there, and he's able to take out Zayn momentarily. Oh, now mean shot to the face, nothing pretty about it, and LA Knight going for the kill. Burning hammer, dead center of the squared circle. And not done just yet. Able to counter by Zayn. Zayn is not allowing LA Knight to build that offense. He is absorbing the punishment tonight. Willing to just deal with it tomorrow type mentality. All in the means of leaving as the Intercontinental Champion. These two men going counter for counter right now. Who's going to get the stranglehold on the momentum? LA Knight has used that takeover as a crutch of really a change of offense in this matchup, but can he finally capitalize into a cover? And Sami Zayn again is still in this match. And LA Knight now trying to turn up the volume, rev up the engines as the champion, dropping the elbow on Sami Zayn. Could be looking to make it a dose. That time he does. And Zayn is now the one on retreat. Rolling to the outside, trying to create some distance, get a chance to breathe, rest and recuperate in this match. Again, the Intercontinental Champion really giving Sami some time right there. Just a couple of seconds, which sometimes is all you need to try to rest up. But now Sami Zayn sent right into the barrier. Just crushing the life out of the challenger that time. Sent back inside the ring. And now it's Sami Zayn, the one struggling to get to the soles of his boots. Knight goes for a shot. Another reversal by Sami. Reversal by LA Knight. Back on the shoulders and a second burning hammer. This time into the cover. Will that be all she wrote? Sami Zayn is still alive. Zayn is still in this match. And now Knight has got his eyes locked. Could be looking for a BFT. Oh, but Sami Zayn did his homework and saw it coming from a mile away. And there's the dragon screw to take down the champion. Pop up, drop kick. Sami Zayn had his back up against the wall a moment ago off that second burning hammer. Can he fight out? But LA Knight, look at this, turning the tides on the challenger, not allowing the momentum to begin to be built all over again in this match. Had Zayn up against the wall, trying to keep him there, figuratively and literally now. Zayn is in the corner. The Intercontinental Champion wasn't able to hit that BFT a few moments ago. Sami Zayn did his homework, had it scouted. Gonna have to resort to some different tricks in the playbook. That was a sly way to get into that Boston Crab right there, and he's got it wrenched in tight. Look at the torque on it, really sitting down deep. Zayn is gonna feel this in his lower back. And Sami is dead center of the squared circle. He's got to scratch and claw, try to get to the ropes or try to alleviate the pressure. And able to get out of it that time. Great role reversal there. Now the challenger, desperation suplex. Man, this is one of those matches you almost gotta call hold for hold. Just witnessing these two men battle it out inside the squared circle here on Raw Halloween has been a treat. A classic wrestling matchup for the Intercontinental Championship. We are live tonight from the 3 Arena, Dublin, Ireland, continuing us on with our international tour and a Blue Thunder Bomb. Oh, and he almost had it there. So close to a new Intercontinental Champion. That Blue Thunder Bomb may have defeated The Miz a few weeks ago. Not enough to keep down LA Knight. But Zayn keeping the foot on the gas pedal. And what a match we are witnessing right now. LA Knight is hurt on the outside. And wait just a second. Sami Zayn up in the ante. Sami's clearing off the announce table here. This just shows the absolute desperation that Sami has to leave tonight as the Intercontinental Champion. What has he got in mind? LA Knight hoisted on the announce table. This is not a no disqualification match, and countouts are in play. But where the hell is Sami going? Oh my goodness, Sami Zayn to the outside. Dublin, Ireland coming unglued as Sami Zayn throws ultimate caution in the wind. Sami, by will or by force, will take the Intercontinental Championship from the stranglehold of LA Knight, even if it's his last breath. LA Knight somehow staggering on his feet. Sami throwing some haymakers back and forth. The pendulum of momentum swings in this match, and LA Knight able to take down the challenger. How much did that moonsault take out of Sami, as it might have took out of LA Knight as well? Second lariat in this match. A hard-hitting maneuver by the champion. And that knocks Sami Zayn out for the 3. My goodness, what a match here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn throwing everything at LA Knight, but in the end, the defiant champion presses on and is leaving the 3 Arena still your Intercontinental Champion. Man, what a match for that prestigious gold here tonight on Monday Night Raw Halloween.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
A great effort by Sami Zayn, but back of the line he goes as LA Knight wins and retains his Intercontinental Championship. You gotta wonder who is next for this defiant champion. Prepare for the most exciting 10 minutes, a fast-paced 600 seconds, and all the action you can handle. Coming your way exclusively each and every Wednesday, only on the Noah Nation Gaming TikTok. The superstars of Raw and SmackDown race to the finish line on velocity. Competition at an all-time high that you won't see anywhere else. Scan the QR code, follow on TikTok, and don't miss a second of velocity.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. That is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
The Royal Rumble coming your way Sunday night, January the 7th, 2024. 4 weeks from tonight, but who is going to be the Intercontinental Champion heading in to the first live premiere event of 2024? We find out right now. Cameron Grimes looking to go to the moon here tonight at Armageddon. And the thing about tonight's matchup is Cameron Grimes may just have the momentum in his corner. Grimes has been a part of the Monday Night Raw brand for quite some time, but really wasn't finding any luck for months on end until the final Monday Night Raw before Survivor Series, where Grimes went one-on-one with the Intercontinental Champion LA Knight. And in a shocking turn of events, Grimes was able to upset the champion on that night, a loss that did not sit very kindly to the defiant LA Knight. Just 2 weeks ago, Knight laid out Grimes with not one but two BFTs, blood force traumas inside of the squared circle after Cameron Grimes defeated Apollo Crews on Monday Night Raw. But now Grimes looking to capitalize on the opportunity that he created and get the victory where it matters most, when the championship is on the line and the lights are on bright at Armageddon. And here comes the megastar himself, the reigning, defending Intercontinental Champion. LA Knight won that gold back in July, and since then he has retained the gold over Ilja Dragunov, the man who you just saw inside the squared circle. Cedric Alexander not once but twice. Sami Zayn not once but twice. But LA Knight has found himself with a roadblock in Cameron Grimes. Tonight, put up or shut up time for the megastar. You want to prove that the win for Grimes several weeks ago was a fluke? Well, tonight's the night to prove it. Championship's on the line. Win or go home. It's either going to be the biggest win of Cameron Grimes' career, or LA Knight is going to shut down all of his naysayers and really prove that that loss last month on Raw was simply a bump in the road. All remains to be seen. Remember, the winner of this matchup will defend the title against Shinsuke Nakamura in just 24 hours on the Slammy Award edition of Monday Night Raw. High stakes, high reward, live in Detroit, here at Armageddon.
Introducing the challenger from Burlington, North Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds, Cameron Grimes. And his opponent from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
So our series of championship affairs continues live from the Little Caesars Arena, and this is the first one coming your way from Monday Night Raw. Once more, the winner of this matchup defends that prestigious gold in just 24 hours against the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, on what is going to be a highly anticipated edition of Monday Night Raw, the 2023 Slammy Awards coming your way tomorrow night. Who will defend the Intercontinental strap? We're going to find out right here, right now. My goodness, Cameron Grimes hot out of the gate. Going to steal a victory off that Superman punch, but LA Knight gets the shoulder up. Here we go, Intercontinental Championship match. The action kicking us off, or I should say picking us up right where we kicked off moments ago from Friday Night SmackDown. Grimes is hot out of the gate, and you gotta believe this is Grimes' best shot to surprise LA Knight once more, just like he did several weeks ago on the Red brand. I'm sure LA Knight has watched back the tape moment after moment and has had it replayed in his head night after night, looking for where he went wrong, what mistake caused him to lose that matchup against Cameron Grimes. LA Knight not looking to make the same mistake tonight in Detroit. However, Cameron Grimes hoping for that same result. Another near fall in the early going. Grimes, you can tell, really trying to throw LA Knight off his game, get the champion frustrated, and hope to capitalize. Look at this. Grimes with the German into the bridge. Another cover. And Knight kicks out again. I mean, this is smart strategy by Cameron Grimes, trying to get the early victory and again, just frustrate the champion. Sometimes when you're frustrated from bell to bell, you unfortunately open yourself up to make a mistake, and it really gives your opponent the window of opportunity to take advantage. However, the megastar did not come to Detroit tonight to leave without the Intercontinental Championship that he earned over the summer. LA Knight making his star felt throughout 2023, just like Ilja Dragunov on the bracket for the Breakout Superstar of the Year. For the Slammy Awards, the winner to be revealed tomorrow night. LA Knight winning the Intercontinental Championship back in July, defending it ever since. A man who went one-on-one with the Great One, The Rock, earlier this year at WrestleMania. Knight trying to leave 2023 on his high horse. And Cameron Grimes looking to be the spoiler, but not if the megastar has anything to say about it. Big time neck breaker that time. Defiant champion, there's an A. Lariat combination. He defeated Sami Zayn with that maneuver back on the Halloween edition of Raw, but Cameron Grimes able to survive in the early going. As I said, LA Knight has defeated Sami Zayn with that. That was, of course, after a war on Monday Night Raw back in Dublin, Ireland on Halloween night. Still early on in this matchup, Cameron Grimes coming in with a fuel tank of gas, nowhere near an expiration line. And now off the apron, taking down the champion. LA Knight trying to create some distance after Grimes was hot and heavy in the early going. Not trying to allow a comeback from the challenger here tonight. However, I'm afraid he may not have a choice. Grimes highly motivated to leave here at the Intercontinental title. The rise of Cameron Grimes has begun on Monday Night Raw. Will it continue here tonight? Now look at LA Knight getting physical with his challenger. Not looking to go back-to-back losses to a man who is really just starting to find his footing on Monday Night Raw. LA Knight has been one of the faces of the red brand. That you are when you have championship gold around your waist. Bigger the money, bigger the opportunity, more main events, more high-profile matches on live premiere events. That is what LA Knight is really fighting for tonight. His mega star status that Cameron Grimes is trying to steal out from underneath of him. Look at this, LA Knight once again. He has slowed down the pace of this matchup, completely brung Cameron Grimes' momentum to a screeching halt after a hot early going from the challenger. Big time elevated neck breaker there. Grimes is down and out. Might have meant his match. LA Knight just wearing down the challenger right now. And Cameron Grimes, you gotta believe, was expecting some aggression from LA Knight tonight, especially after the upset a number of weeks ago, and then being laid out with not one but two blood force traumas 2 weeks ago on Raw. Grimes should have expected this fight out of the megastar. Look at this. Reversal at ringside. Grimes not looking to let up this opportunity tonight as he sends LA Knight rib cage first into those diamond-plated steps. Oh, wait a minute. Now heading to the top rope. The champion's dazed at ringside. Cross body, and it connects. Cameron Grimes taking his body and his own momentum and hopefully his championship aspirations to the moon tonight. LA Knight's looking to take a victory to the bank, and now we'll take it out Cameron Grimes at ringside once more. Grimes trying to mount a comeback. The champion, different plans. Now a suplex on the outside. Everything hurts a little bit extra when you're crashing and burning on the outskirts of the squared circle. LA Knight continuing to work on his challenger as Grimes trying to find his way out again. Oh, man! Arm drag. LA Knight just broke through the barricade. I'll bite with not too much force behind it. Did not hurt as much as you usually might have. Hold on, a lot of action to keep up with here as Cameron Grimes laying out the champion. Oh my goodness, he almost had him there. Close call here in Detroit. One thing at a time. Grimes now heading to the top. Big time splash. And he's not done. Literally trying to take his momentum to the moon. Shooting star. Or I'm sorry, a swanton bomb. But the champion is still in it. Cameron Grimes saw the light at the end of the tunnel. Unfortunately, the megastar is still in this match. Man, first the reversal at ringside. Arm drag and LA Knight. LA Knight's own momentum taking out the barricade. Obviously didn't hit it in a way that was too impactful. He made his way back inside the ring only to get laid out by the challenger, and Grimes was mere seconds away from leaving Detroit with the Intercontinental title. And he may still be on that trajectory. Detroit certainly coming unglued, loving this Intercontinental Championship action on behalf of Monday Night Raw, and certainly appreciated the efforts of this young, hungry challenger. And the crossbody this time in the ring does not do it, and you see the desperation from Cameron Grimes. He thought he had it. Grimes better keep his focus. There's a counter by LA Knight. Grimes cannot allow LA Knight's survival in this matchup to throw him off his game. Burning hammer, and that may do it. Championship remaining with the Defiant Star. Not just yet. Grimes kicks out, but you see the lack of enthusiasm off the shoulder being removed from the canvas. Somehow the matchup continues. LA Knight, not sure what he was going for that time. Grimes countered. Reversal there. That was just a disrespectful boot to the face. Now LA Knight in a rare state as he takes things to the top rope. And a drop in the missile drop kick on Cameron Grimes. LA Knight clearly has had enough of the challenger's offense, has had enough of the challenger pushing this match to its absolute limit. LA Knight said, "You want to play chess? I will play checkers and beat you at this game tonight." It's the Intercontinental Champion wearing down on the challenger at ringside, where he has a good portion of this match. Last time did not work out so kindly. Just look at the other barricade. Right now, Knight, oh my goodness, sending Cameron Grimes over the barricade this time. Grimes just landed right on the concrete. LA Knight could have been going for a count out. I don't know what the champion was going for. Maybe just frustrated, trying to get the challenger off his back. Nonetheless, back inside the ring. Oh, wait a minute. LA Knight got caught. Grimes cradles him up. And that went to the cover. The same maneuver that defeated LA Knight a few weeks ago. However, Knight's foot underneath the bottom rope and not even allowed to get that one count. Could have been a huge opportunity. Might have had a new champion had the result been different. Nonetheless, LA Knight with another reversal that time. And a signature elbow. Many have compared LA Knight to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Many have compared him to The Rock. Two great comparisons if you ask me. And LA Knight giving his little bit of a version of a people's elbow. You call it the megastar elbow. Cameron Grimes needs to get back into this matchup now or never, because LA Knight is stacking up not just any offense, signature offense, and the challenger is wary. Wait a minute. Surprise victory here, not just yet. Close call by Cameron Grimes, who charges at the challenger. And now Grimes heading back to the top rope. You can tell the desperation in Cameron Grimes right now, trying any means necessary. Not getting the land he so hoped, as LA Knight shaking the ropes a little that time. And a backdrop, simple yet effective, going old school in Motown. And now Knight with his eyes locked. Oh, could be going for a little air raid crash. And he may not need a blood force trauma for victory tonight. LA Knight's got more than one tool in the arsenal to beat you, and he just proved that here in Detroit with an air raid crash victory to his challenger Cameron Grimes. Well, at the end of the day, Grimes may not be leaving with the Intercontinental Championship, but certainly finds himself in a new position on Monday Night Raw. Live to fight another day, absolutely, but the championship remains with the megastar.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
You very well could be looking at the breakout superstar of 2023, winning the Intercontinental Championship back in July and has retained it ever since. And that is a picture that we have become very familiar with. One of the faces of Monday Night Raw, and still your Intercontinental Champion here tonight, the megastar, LA Knight. Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a No Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry into monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain with behind-the-scenes updates, exclusive content to see how Universe mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass channel member, and get your front row seat to more Universe than ever before.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. That is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
And we kick off this special presentation of Monday Night Raw, the 2023 Slammy Awards, with the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Armageddon last night was one successful evening at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, but tonight we are emanating from the Grand Rapids, Michigan Van Andalen Arena for what should be an exciting edition of Monday Night Raw as the road to the Royal Rumble kicks off. 7 nights ago, Shinsuke Nakamura picking up a victory over the big strong boy Tyler Bate in a very exciting contest, and Nakamura being awarded an Intercontinental Championship match tonight. But we didn't know who Nakamura's opponent was going to be until last night's festivities at Armageddon when LA Knight defeated Cameron Grimes to retain his Intercontinental Championship. What is the condition of LA Knight coming to this matchup? Very exciting contest with Grimes last night. Obviously can't be coming in 100%. Very well may be a case that the challenger tonight is the favorite. The King of Strong Style has been building some momentum for himself on Raw. The win against Tyler Bate last week, Apollo Crews a number of weeks ago. Nakamura's been chasing Intercontinental gold here and there throughout the year and has had some run-ins with LA Knight dating back to the spring. These two men traded victories all those months ago. Will the result be any different here tonight in Grand Rapids, Michigan? Well, Nakamura looks focused on the task at hand. As a former Intercontinental Champion himself, he wants that gold that is currently around the waist of the megastar. Wonder how LA Knight's feeling. Maybe feeling a little bit disgruntled that they're coming up short as the breakout star of the year. Second place ain't bad, but the Cruiserweight Champion Ilja Dragunov from SmackDown once again voted by you, the fans, as your 2023 Breakout Superstar of the Year. Also Survivor Series, voted by you, the fans, the Premium Live Event of the Year. Every single PLE was up on the ballot, but Survivor Series last month in the Garden, your favorite of the year, and boy, oh boy, was it an amazing night. And I have a feeling tonight is going to be another amazing night, another noteworthy night as we near the end of 2023. The Slammy Award edition of Monday Night Raw Intercontinental Championship is on the line, opening us up here tonight on what is going to be a high-profile evening on Monday Night Raw. Second defense in 24 hours for LA Knight. Let's send things down to the ring for your official match introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura. And his opponent from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds. He is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
Well, both these men riding off victories over the last 7 days. Nakamura defeating Tyler Bate last week on Raw. LA Knight defeating Cameron Grimes last night at Armageddon. But who will be the better man tonight, as the prestigious Intercontinental Championship of Monday Night Raw is on the line? Still to come in your main event, the Street Champ Solo Sikoa, the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. No way those two men are coming into this contest 100%. We'll see how they fare in your main event, but let's kick things off from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And of course, as we mentioned, as Nakamura was making his way down the aisle, tonight officially begins the road to the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble coming your way live Sunday night, January the 7th, 2024 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 weeks from last night. Cannot wait to get to Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena for the 2024 Royal Rumble, but we got a lot of action on hand tonight and over the next coming weeks. LA Knight starting out this matchup hot. Maybe trying to get this matchup done in a hurry, knowing that he may not be coming into this thing 100%. Remember some of the events of last night. Cameron Grimes really came out hot out of the gate in that Intercontinental Championship matchup. At one point, a reversal at ringside, whether it was accidental or not, sent LA Knight right through the barricade. Very barricade that is in your far left corner is LA Knight trying to get back into this matchup. Regardless of the condition of the champion, he knew a week ago that if he was going to get through Cameron Grimes, he was going to have Shinsuke Nakamura waiting in the wind. And that is what we have on hand tonight. And as we mentioned, these two men, no strangers to each other. You go back to earlier this year, Nakamura and LA Knight had a series of matches on Monday Night Raw, one of those being in the first round. As Nakamura gets fired up in Grand Rapids, one of those being in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament, with Shinsuke Nakamura, of course, would defeat LA Knight in that matchup. So very interesting circumstances. History between these two men. Who will be the better man with the championship is on the line tonight. Pendulum of momentum swinging back and forth in the early moments as LA Knight could be looking for a count-out victory here in the early going. Nakamura on the outside, the champion back inside the ring. LA Knight could be desperate for victory here tonight. Nakamura making his way back inside the ring. Might have caught some of the referee on that shot, but LA Knight delivering a firm shot to the jaw of the King of Strong Style. Still to come tonight on Monday Night Raw, we will see the debut of NXT's Manic superstar Joe Gacy. He is signed to go one-on-one with Sami Zayn, plus Liv Morgan returning to action for the first time since London, England in October, as she goes one-on-one with Tiffany Stratton. It'll be an action-packed night, live here in Grand Rapids on Monday Night Raw. Meanwhile, Nakamura taking down the champion in the corner, the challenger hot in pursuit of the Intercontinental title tonight. Nakamura knows what it's like to hold that Intercontinental title. Last time he held championship gold was in 2022, and it was the very title that LA Knight holds around his waist nowadays. Nakamura looking to go back to the promised land and become one of the faces of Monday Night Raw all over again. The megastar, however, not looking to let up on his championship desires. LA Knight might have outrun the King of Strong Style there, but there's a Hangman's neck breaker to completely shift the tides of momentum. LA Knight's got to take advantage, though. One move, got to stack up that offense. Nakamura, you see the fatigue off that Hangman's neckbreaker playing in as he just collapsed down in the corner moments ago. And the champion, not to the delight of Grand Rapids, Michigan, is back in control of this matchup. LA Knight coming up short in the Breakout Superstar of the Year candidate as voted by you, the fans. Not looking to come up short twice tonight and leave Grand Rapids empty-handed. On the outside, and LA Knight delivering a high elevation elbow off the apron, down to the ground, and Shinsuke Nakamura is looking worse for wear. The Intercontinental Champion sending his challenger back inside the squared circle where he could be looking for a finish tonight on Monday Night Raw. into the cover to retain the gold. Not just yet, only a 1 count there. Nakamura's got a lot of fight left in him. Shinsuke Nakamura worked hard to obtain this challenge tonight. An opportunity to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Not looking to see it go by the wayside. But LA Knight, however, the megastar has got different plans. LA Knight won that gold back in July, coincidentally defeating the man who just beat him for the Breakout Superstar of the Year, Ilja Dragunov. LA Knight has retained the gold over Dragunov, over Cedric Alexander, over Sami Zayn, over Cameron Grimes. Will it be the same over Shinsuke Nakamura tonight? Superplex down to the ground. And Nakamura is still into this, as Grand Rapids, Michigan is coming unglued for what has been a great contest for the Intercontinental Championship. We named all those names that LA Knight has defeated in his reign thus far, has held the gold since July. Now December the 11th, will Shinsuke Nakamura be the kryptonite to the championship reign of the megastar? If this keeps up, Nakamura's championship desires may be going up in smoke. Not able to get the 3 count just yet, but he cannot deny the hustle. Stacking the offense is the megastar, but went to the well too many times with that signature elbow drop, and Nakamura did his homework. Shinsuke Nakamura, a veteran of the squared circle, as is LA Knight. Nakamura looking to get back to the promised land. Big time Death Valley driver. And LA Knight on spaghetti legs. Nakamura going for a Kinshasa. Knight counters. But Nakamura not looking to let up on that momentum. See it go by the wayside. A nice arm drag by the King of Strong Style. And now LA Knight with a reversal as business begins to pick up in your opening matchup. Nakamura showing some signs of life. Death Valley driver went for the Kinshasa, the exclamation point. Unfortunately, nobody home. And now LA Knight, oh look at this, outrunning his challenger. Or maybe you could even say outsmarting his challenger. Now what has the champion got in mind following his challenger to the outside and another neck breaker? On the ground of Grand Rapids right now, Nakamura may be withering away in this match. Sent right into those diamond-plated steel steps. He's gonna feel that one on Tuesday morning. What a great contest we got kicking us off right now as LA Knight sending Nakamura over the barrier. Could be looking again for the count-out victory. Nakamura hustling up, making his way back inside. Knight picks the ankles to retain the title. Not just yet. Nakamura, I believe, reached out and grabbed the ropes, or his foot might have caught it. Either way, saved by his surroundings. And Nakamura's got to push the pace right now. LA Knight has controlled the majority of the last few minutes. Going for a quick cover it is Shinsuke that time, and LA Knight not done just yet. Shinsuke has got to get into this matchup. Seen some glimmers of hope, but he hasn't been able to keep that momentum. LA Knight tries for a reversal. Nakamura finds him in an opportune state, and this is signature King of Strong Style. The artist formerly known, oh wait a minute, big time German suplex. The artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura, the rock star that he is. Really trying to mount some offense. LA Knight may be in trouble, but there's another reversal. Overhand shot. Nakamura on the shoulders. Could be looking for that burning hammer. And that's going to do it. Nakamura seeing stars, but Shinsuke is still alive. What a matchup to kick things off here on Monday Night Raw. The frustration starting to kick in for the Intercontinental Champion. A grueling battle last night in Detroit against Cameron Grimes. And now another here tonight in Grand Rapids, Michigan against Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura down, Nakamura out, but is Shinsuke Nakamura have any left to get back in this match? Another elbow by Knight. Nakamura sidesteps him. And there's a reversal there, a strike. And this is what Shinsuke's got to do. Go to the well with what works. Go to the well with what brought him to the dance. Shinsuke going for another cover there, and LA Knight still into this. Nakamura needs a defining blow, if you want to ask me, in this matchup. Doesn't have to be the Kinshasa. That is a very hard move to perfect and deliver. Shinsuke's got to stack up some offense and hope LA Knight and the action that he competed in last night starts to catch up to him. Nakamura delivering a series of blows right to the dome. This is what Shinsuke's got to do. He's got the champion trying to create some distance. Counter by LA Knight. Another shot. Oh, and a shoulder block over the top rope. Not expecting that maneuver out of LA Knight. Pulling a trick out of the hat right there. And then look at Knight. Air raid crash. He defeated Cameron Grimes with that maneuver last night. But LA Knight looking for the exclamation point. BFT. Oh, wait a minute. No, you got to see that from a mile away. Nakamura's foot under the ropes, and I think LA Knight got a little overzealous that time. The shoulder block, the air raid crash, the BFT. Nakamura right underneath the ropes, and LA Knight not aware of it. Now Shinsuke with a moment to breathe. And LA Knight might have cost himself that time. A flurry by the champion. But now Shinsuke, thanks to the unawareness of Knight, is able to get back into this matchup. Shinsuke might have just found himself the hope that he needs. Obviously fatigued, but climbing to the top, going for an elbow, uncharacteristic of the challenger, and LA Knight now rolling up Nakamura to steal the victory. Oh, he only got the two. Shinsuke somehow, someway in this Intercontinental Championship match. We have got a barn burner on our hands between the King of Strong Style and the Megastar, waging war over the Intercontinental Championship, live, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Slammy Award edition of Monday Night Raw. Nakamura just trying to wear down the champion right now. Well, could be looking for another Death Valley driver, and he hits it flush. Directly to the pinfall. Oh, and LA Knight explodes with the kick out. Man, what a matchup, kicking things off. We said this was going to be an eventful evening, and that it is thus far. Already Survivor Series in the books as your premium live event of the year. Ilja Dragunov, your breakout superstar of the year. And now LA Knight trying to retain his Intercontinental Championship over Shinsuke Nakamura. And a maneuver like that may bring him to the promised land. Nakamura leveled on the apron with that DDT. Now back inside the ring as LA Knight is looking to win the race to the finish line. Nakamura got lucky, was able to survive the air raid crash BFT combination by the champion. But not necessarily thriving in there. Surviving is one thing. He's got to get back into this match now or never. I'll tell you what, this may be the most the Megastar has been pushed in his Intercontinental Championship reign thus far. We have seen some classic contests. Him and Ilja Dragunov, him and Sami Zayn. Him and Shinsuke Nakamura tonight, putting on a show in a sold-out Grand Rapids, Michigan arena. Nakamura, another reversal, going for the Kinshasa, I believe. And even though he did not connect, Nakamura delivering some strong style blows. LA Knight back into the corner as the challenger now, with not too much pep in his step left. That may just cost him. The fatigue may be setting in for the King of Strong Style. A test of endurance right now as LA Knight off the reversal. Classic scoop and a slam by an old school soul. The last of a dying breed. The Megastar, LA Knight. Nakamura dazed. Blood force trauma number 2. And that's gonna do it. A great effort, a resilient effort by Shinsuke Nakamura tonight, but the Megastar is on top of the world right now. A great contest for the Intercontinental Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura, however, has to go back to the drawing board because the championship remains with LA Knight.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
Well, LA Knight may be making some of the WWE Universe regret their decision to vote Ilja Dragunov as the breakout superstar of the year. Back-to-back victories. First against Cameron Grimes last night at Armageddon. Now Shinsuke Nakamura here tonight on Monday Night Raw. The Intercontinental Champion continuing to ride a high as one of the faces of the red brand, still holding the gold, is the megastar. When the tension rises and the war on the battlefield begins, there is only one thing for these superstars to do: survive! Coming your way on Saturday night, November 16th, for the Kia Center in Orlando, Florida. Witness the 2024 edition of the Fall Classic as the superstars of Raw and SmackDown, along with Noah Nation Gaming channel memberships, proudly present Survivor Series.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
On a night where legends are created, will another legend be created in the midst of this Intercontinental Championship matchup, kicking things off at AT&T Stadium? Walking down the aisle is the highly anticipated #1 contender who scratched and clawed his way to another matchup with the defiant LA Knight. It was back on October the 31st, Halloween night 2023, that Sami Zayn challenged LA Knight for the gold in Dublin, Ireland on Monday Night Raw. And Zayn, within inches of winning the championship on that night, just fell short of the defiant one. But ever since then, Sami Zayn has had his eyes locked on getting another Intercontinental Championship match, one that he earned over the last number of weeks in that Eliminator. Of course, defeating Carmelo Hayes as well as Tommaso Ciampa on Saturday night's main event. But will Sami Zayn be able to ride that high into tonight here at WrestleMania and accomplish his dream? But his opposer, a man walking down the aisle for the second time here at WrestleMania, the defiant megastar, and most importantly, the Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight. LA Knight won that championship gold back at Money in the Bank of July 2023. He has held the gold for a collective 230 days, turning away challenges from Ilja Dragunov, Shinsuke Nakamura, Cedric Alexander, Sami Zayn in that list as well. LA Knight has certainly had one impressive reign holding that Intercontinental gold, but will it all come crashing down tonight? Has Sami Zayn figured out the pieces to the puzzle to keep down the megastar, the man he could not keep down all those weeks ago, October the 31st of last year? What bigger way to kick things off here at WrestleMania than with these two Raw All-Stars competing for one of the most prestigious prizes, the Intercontinental Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn. And his opponent from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight.
Well, as we mentioned, LA Knight walking into his second WrestleMania here tonight. 1 year ago, he issued an open challenge that was answered by the great one, The Rock. Of course, LA Knight unsuccessful last year here at the grandest stage. Sami Zayn, on the other hand, victorious alongside his best friend Kevin Owens, the man who will compete in tomorrow night's main event. But nonetheless, a lot has changed over the last 12 months. LA Knight, a completely different man. Sami Zayn, certainly a hungry superstar, as the bell sounds for the first time here in AT&T Stadium. It's been a long, highly anticipated road to WrestleMania, and finally, we are here at the grandest stage. Sami Zayn, who has earned this opportunity, turning away some of Monday Night Raw's best, not just in the Intercontinental Championship Eliminator over the last few weeks. If you look over the last few months, Sami Zayn, alongside his best friend Kevin Owens, engulfed in a battle with Joe Gacy and Karrion Kross. Sami Zayn forced to fight some of the best that Raw has to offer. And those successes have led him to tonight, but can he keep down the megastar, who, as we mentioned, has held that Intercontinental Championship by hook or by crook for the last 230 days? You know, we mentioned some of these successful championship retentions, if you will, of the Defiant LA Knight, but that does not include all the victories LA Knight has raked up in between. Just a few weeks ago, he ran over R-Truth on Monday Night Raw. You go back in the record books, look at LA Knight's victories from last summer all the way to now. You're looking at victories over, as we mentioned, Sami Zayn himself, Cedric Alexander, R-Truth, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ilja Dragunov, the Hall of Famer and Rob Van Dam. LA Knight earning his spot at the top, if you will, as the Intercontinental Champion, but Sami Zayn looking to give him the fight for his life. Zayn was within inches of winning the Intercontinental Championship that he has had his eye on for quite some time back on Halloween night, and it's mistakes like that that really did not aid Sami Zayn all those months ago in Dublin, Ireland. Zayn, a little overzealous, thought LA Knight was still in reaching distance, going for that springboard crossbody. However, nobody home for tonight's #1 contender. You know, we talked about what happened last year at WrestleMania. LA Knight issuing an open challenge, coming up short to the great one, The Rock. I'm sure LA Knight, such a more advanced superstar all this time later, would love to finally rake one up in his WWE career at the biggest night of the year, the Showcase of the Immortals. So much rides on the line, superstardom, legendary status. Really a legacy-defining weekend here in the WWE. That is what WrestleMania is all about. Sami Zayn, on the other hand, who has been Intercontinental Champion in the past, but tonight, a whole new meaning for Sami Zayn. Both him and Kevin Owens really started from rock bottom all over again on Monday Night Raw, back in the fall, and it has led them to this weekend, championship aspirations. Massive tornado DDT, and only a 1 count that time, but you gotta imagine early damage done to the Defiant LA Knight. Sami Zayn, this is what he's gotta do, keep the pressure on the champion. Rolling on the outside, Sami Zayn willing to risk it all in the means of success. Wheels are spinning, calculated, is the #1 contender, keeping it classic with a tope suicida to the outside. Sami Zayn willing to risk it all in the means of WrestleMania success, even if that means throwing his own body in harm's way. Hoisting LA Knight up on that barricade moments ago. Sami Zayn came in with an A plan, a B plan, you gotta imagine all the way to Z. And here he goes! Another moonsault to the outside! The #1 contender is hot on the heels of the Intercontinental Champion. But will tonight be the night that Zayn walks away with the gold? You gotta imagine Zayn has been replaying the events of Halloween night back on October the 31st of last year. Every single night, every single day, every single week since then. But will Zayn be able to use that motivation that's been building up in anticipation inside of him ever since to lead him to victory tonight? Or is LA Knight just that much better after all of his Intercontinental Championship defenses? You don't have to like LA Knight's smug attitude, you don't have to like his ego, but you cannot knock the results. Champion for 230 days for a reason, but if Sami Zayn's got anything to say about it, he's gonna shut up the megastar for good. My goodness, Sami Zayn with a massive boot to the jawline. LA Knight a precarious situation as he's hoisted up and dropped on the apron. Sami Zayn is in full control of your opening matchup here at WrestleMania Saturday. So, of course, night one of WrestleMania, we are kicking off the season finale for the 2023-2024 season. And Sami Zayn's looking to end it on a high note. Crossbody reversed. LA Knight into the quick cover. And he almost got him that time. The defiant LA Knight, quick as a hiccup when he needs to be. Nice reversal on Sami Zayn that time. Goes back to what we were saying a few moments ago. You don't have to like the attitude of the megastar, but you cannot knock the results. And speaking of such, Sami Zayn off the blue thunderbomb may find the result that he's looking for, but not just yet. Sami Zayn has won victories, won matchups in the past with that blue thunderbomb. Who says it can't be a finishing maneuver? It almost was here at WrestleMania. Now LA Knight, sense of urgency out of the champion, as he realizes his challenger really starting to gain some momentum in this Intercontinental Championship match. Of course, a new season in the WWE begins just over a week away, Monday night, March the 11th in New York City, Madison Square Garden. Who is going to be on the first Raw of the year as the Intercontinental Champion? Will it be LA Knight or will it be Sami Zayn? If the champion's got anything to say about it, the gold will remain with the megastar. Massive burning hammer. And could be looking for a blood force trauma, but Sami Zayn did his homework. Familiar territory. German into the bridge to win the title. Not just yet. Close call there on both sides of the field. LA Knight could have possibly got a victory off that burning hammer, but forced Sami Zayn into a reversal off the blood force trauma, and Zayn is now back in control of this match. Outrunning the champion, and now off the top rope. Familiar territory for Sami Zayn, and although he didn't get the 3 count, damage continues to stack up on the Intercontinental Champion. Gotta imagine Sami Zayn has watched back that first go-around with LA Knight back on Halloween night time and time again, trying to figure out where he went wrong. And trying to figure out why LA Knight was able to gain the victory on that night. And sometimes it's not a costly misstep or an accident that happens inside of the ring. Sometimes you're just not as good on that night as your opposer. And if that was the case in Sami Zayn or even LA Knight's mind, both of them gotta be walking on eggshells tonight coming into this thing, knowing that their opponent could easily be the victor. Sami Zayn's been the aggressor over the last few minutes. LA Knight, the Intercontinental Champion. Once again, a sense of urgency. As now it's Sami Zayn in the precarious situation on the apron. And oh man, DDT right on the hardest part of the ring. And if LA Knight adds a blood force trauma later on in this matchup, well, Sami Zayn might be knocked out cold in the middle of AT&T Stadium. Damage done right to the crown, and you notice how LA Knight not giving the challenger any breathing room. Just sticking on Sami Zayn, not allowing him to get any R&R in the middle of this opening matchup. LA Knight back inside the squared circle with a down challenger, and Sami Zayn needs to get up and needs to realize that LA Knight is hot on his tail. The champion almost slowing down the pace, trying to take AT&T Stadium, this capacity crowd in Dallas, Texas out of it, take all of Sami Zayn's supporters out of it. Easier said than done. The challenger to his feet. Another German dropping LA Knight on the back of his neck. LA Knight on spaghetti legs. Sami Zayn now follows it up and just sends him into the corner, and you realize that LA Knight is nowhere near 100%. Rolling to the outside, trying to create a little distance. Sami Zayn may be the favorite at the current moment in this match. Seems like every time LA Knight tries to get some offense stacked up, the challenger is right there to turn the tables. Back into the corner we go, and the Intercontinental Champion is not looking well as Sami Zayn meets him at the top for a Frankensteiner halfway across the ring. The Intercontinental Champion may be seeing stars here in the Lone Star State. Over the top he goes. And what has Sami Zayn got in mind now? He can't win the championship on the outskirts of the ropes, but damage certainly can be done. Cross body over the top, and LA Knight is staring up at the lights of AT&T Stadium. And now into the steel steps, diamond plated at that. Zayn realizes that LA Knight is a tough puzzle to figure out, a tough opponent to beat. And he's trying to throw anything he can at the Intercontinental Champion in this opening matchup. Looking to leave no stone unturned here at WrestleMania. Sami Zayn has thrown a little bit of everything at LA Knight. A little bit of ground and pound, high offense especially in this matchup. But LA Knight continues to get back into it with simple yet effective maneuvers like that. Big boot, couple of shots, neck breaker, sometimes that's all you need as the megastar is now in the driver's seat. Sami Zayn down and out and cannot allow a resurgence in this matchup for the Intercontinental Champion. But LA Knight with other plans. They don't call him the megastar for nothing. LA Knight looking for the proverbial star-making performance here at WrestleMania. Oh, wait a minute. The champion's eyes lock center. BFT! Blood force trauma, and that may be all she wrote. And a last-second kick out as Sami Zayn with the will to fight on. The BFT does not do it. And a shot of adrenaline in the soul of Sami Zayn knocks the champion down momentarily. LA Knight threw his best shot. Does Sami Zayn have enough left in him? You saw Sami Zayn a last minute, if you will, kick out moments ago. And now on the outside, vintage Sami Zayn through the turnbuckle with the Tornado DDT. Dallas, Texas showing their appreciation for the champion and challenger as Sami Zayn pulling out some of the same risk that we saw in that matchup against Tommaso Ciampa on Saturday Night's main event a few weeks ago, where Zayn earned this #1 contendership. Zayn not going for the cover just yet as LA Knight was starting to get back to his feet, realizes more damage needs to be done. It's in cases like this where you almost give your opponent an unintentional nod of respect. Sami Zayn realizing firsthand once again why LA Knight has held the gold for 230 days. Haluva kick, nobody home. LA Knight had it scouted. Sami Zayn off the roll-up, rope break that time. Again through the ropes. My goodness. This is what WrestleMania is all about. This is how you kick off WrestleMania Saturday, live and in living color in Dallas, Texas. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. LA Knight defending the gold that he has housed for 230 days collectively against Sami Zayn, the #1 contender. A lot happened in just those few moments there. LA Knight getting the best of it on the outside. Obviously the champion's advantage, but credit to LA Knight. Not somebody who has gained any count-out victories. He's got it done inside the squared circle each and every time his title's been on the line. Sami Zayn hoisted up again. And back down to the floor. Sami Zayn may be once again just be another stepping stone in the legacy for the megastar. Ilja Dragunov, Cedric Alexander, Tyler Bate, Cameron Grimes, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn may be added to the list of the megastar's victims. Off the side step. Wait a minute. Face first, and Zayn reaching deep down the bag of tricks. Submission hold this time. LA Knight could not have been expecting this, as Zayn's got him all kinds of tied up, and a little bit far from the ropes at that. Zayn trying to pull out anything, a last-ditch effort. I don't know how much strength he had behind that submission hold. LA Knight weaseled it out of it pretty easily here at WrestleMania. The Intercontinental Champion regains control. Sami Zayn down. LA Knight once again dropping the elbow, and we may be nearing the end of the finish line. LA Knight may be the first to cross it. Sami Zayn was really hot in the early part of this matchup. Threw a little bit of everything at LA Knight, but the tide seemingly turned. But don't speak too soon. LA Knight stacking the offense, but as long as Sami Zayn still has breath in his lungs, he's going to continue to swing. Back and forth, lefts and rights between the Intercontinental Champion and his opposing challenger. Belly to back suplex, and down goes the challenger once more. Another reversal that time by the ever game Sami Zayn. LA Knight trying to shake the cobwebs off. Sami Zayn sending him into the ropes. Nice kick, nice takedown. Zayn not to be denied. Willing to stomp the heart out of the Intercontinental Champion if need be. Zayn refusing to be denied here at WrestleMania, looking to end this season and walk into a new one as your Intercontinental Champion. Swanton Bomb! And that's gonna do it. Championship leaving with Sami Zayn. Easier said than done as LA Knight pops the shoulder off the canvas. Man, Zayn thought he had it that time, pulling out some different maneuvers in the arsenal. Some maneuvers that we don't see him pull out that often. The submission hold a few moments ago, the Swanton Bomb. What about the tornado to the outside earlier? LA Knight sent into the corner. Zayn, of course, went for that haluva kick a little bit early on. Knight had it scouted. Zayn's got to be wondering if he goes for it again. Is LA Knight going to be ready for it? Champion might have done his homework correct. Might have figured out Sami Zayn's game plan from a mile away. Wait a minute. Stacking up the Blue Thunder Bombs. A second one delivered. But elects not to go for the cover just yet. Zayn looking to put the exclamation point. Off the haluva kick. LA Knight may be down, and he may be out. And that is gonna do it. 230 days later, we have a new Intercontinental Champion live here at WrestleMania. Well, LA Knight threw everything he could. The burning hammer, the blood force trauma, but Sami Zayn on this night just wanted it more and is leaving with championship gold.
Here's your winner and new WWE Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn replayed the events of Halloween Night 2023 day in and day out, and all these months later, Zayn finally puts the past to rest. He earned this matchup tonight at WrestleMania. He scratched and clawed for the opportunity, and even after going through the best LA Knight had to offer, Sami Zayn topples the champion and is now the one leaving the grandest stage as the new Intercontinental Champion.